Sending Bitcoin from China can be a complex process due to the country's strict regulations on cryptocurrency transactions. However, there are still ways to send Bitcoin from China, and this guide will walk you through the steps. First, it is essential to understand that the Chinese government has banned cryptocurrency exchanges and initial coin offerings, but it has not completely banned the use of cryptocurrencies. To send Bitcoin from China, you will need to use a peer-to-peer exchange or a cryptocurrency exchange that operates outside of China. To get started, you will need to set up a Bitcoin wallet. There are several types of Bitcoin wallets, including desktop wallets, mobile wallets, and online wallets. For this example, we will use a desktop wallet. Download and install a reputable Bitcoin wallet software, such as Electrum or Bitcoin Core, and create a new wallet. Next, you will need to fund your Bitcoin wallet with the amount of Bitcoin you want to send. You can do this by buying Bitcoin from a peer-to-peer exchange or a cryptocurrency exchange that operates outside of China. Some popular options include local Bitcoins, Paxful, and Huobi. Once you have funded your Bitcoin wallet, you will need to obtain the recipient's Bitcoin address. This is a unique string of characters that identifies the recipient's Bitcoin wallet. Make sure to double-check the recipient's Bitcoin address to avoid sending Bitcoin to the wrong address. To send Bitcoin, open your Bitcoin wallet software and click on the Send tab. Enter the recipient's Bitcoin address, the amount of Bitcoin you want to send, and any additional transaction fees. Transaction fees are paid to the Bitcoin network to process your transaction, and the fee amount will depend on the size of the transaction and the current network traffic. After you have entered the recipient's Bitcoin address and the transaction details, click on the Send button to broadcast the transaction to the Bitcoin network. The transaction will be verified by the Bitcoin network, and the recipient will receive the Bitcoin once the transaction has been confirmed. It is essential to note that sending Bitcoin from China may be subject to certain restrictions and regulations. Make sure to comply with all applicable laws and regulations, and be aware of the risks involved in sending Bitcoin from China. Additionally, be cautious when using peer-to-peer exchanges or cryptocurrency exchanges that operate outside of China, as they may not be regulated or insured. In conclusion, sending Bitcoin from China requires careful planning and attention to detail. By following these steps and using reputable Bitcoin wallets and exchanges, you can safely and securely send Bitcoin from China. Always prioritize security and compliance when sending Bitcoin, and be aware of the risks involved in using cryptocurrencies in a regulated environment.